Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
The whole thing with that though, with the Hearthstone thing, like I said, that's just trolling, man. That came back to the old days of video games. Trolling been around forever, but now it's with Twitch and everything being as it is, it's going to be more and more, man. But
I think that you'll start to see it kind of stop now that esports, man, got a league now. You know, got a federation to kind of watch over things.
And a full channel too. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I'm gonna give my dude 1 month, man.
It's all fun and games if somebody gets snuffed out. But we're live. What's up, everybody? Welcome back, GamesMusicLyfe, episode 27.
In the
Almost
books.
to 30 of them things.
Yeah. Welcome back, man. I'm your residential fanboy of the Xbox, Nadir. And this is a tough day for me, but yeah, this is Nadir.
You know, bipartisan Kev, man, bringing peace and unity between the two consoles.
Jared, the United Nations of Gaming, have one of every console, and we're playing on a PS4 today. So.
Yeah, it hurts me a little bit. But you know what, though? It's kind of therapeutic in a way because it lets me see. This is my first time seeing Uncharted 4 in person.
Yeah.
And it looks awesome, man, I will say.
Yeah, man, for the 5 minutes that I got in on this game, bro, it was pretty nice.
Really?
Yeah, it looked really nice. I mean, it didn't keep me in the house. I left, immediately after I turned it on. But I'll definitely dig into it maybe a little bit later on this week.
Now we kind of have a little competition going on, Kev. Are we gonna do that first to beat it, or?
I mean, I think we both know that I can be first to finish if it just comes down to it.
Okay, that sounds good for our viewers.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. We'll leave it tentative for now.
Okay.
I'll let you get at least an hour in before we start that race.
Okay. Like, man, I feel the challenge, man, and it's nothing for me to go home and grind.
Brother, the challenge is there.
Yeah.
The challenge is there.
I don't know, man. Like, Jay, you never beat Metal Gear. So
we're still waiting.
Hang
We're
that
still
on me,
waiting.
man.
Yeah,
we're still waiting.
Well, let me tell you this, though. I did watch it on YouTube.
Now, that's even worse. 'Cause you
guys said, though. You
But
guys
that was
were
your
like,
game, though. You bought the collector's edition.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
But you guys were like, you need to hurry up and watch it on YouTube, man. Just call it a day. You're not going to beat us.
Because we gave you like an extra month.
Yeah, we
That
did
is
give you
true.
like an extra month.
It's true. But you know what? Final Fantasy was calling.
Yeah, man. I still don't. You said that you beat Fallout 4 before me, man, but I don't know that I believe that. Bro. I'm pretty sure I
100%
beat
sure.
Fallout 4 before you.
I beat it before you.
I don't think so, man. I don't remember it that way. If you actually look at our progress, man, I'm actually a little bit farther than you in Fallout 4.
But, I mean, progress can't really be measured in Fallout 4 because it's like a completion. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you got side quests, you got the main quest. So it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, I mean, as far as completion goes, I was a little bit higher up in that completion rate.
I mean,
so.
we might just have to just beat it again. Just go straight through.
Nah, man. Fallout too large of a game to be trying to play it again, and plus the expansions coming and all that stuff, man. I'm not starting again.
Well, we're 2 expansions behind.
You're 2 expansions behind.
Oh, you beat the.
I haven't beat it yet, but I've been playing them.
Okay.
Yeah, I've gone back and started playing them.
So how far are you into this now?
I'm only like an hour in.
Really? So this is early.
Yeah, this is super early.
Okay.
This is chapter 3. I don't know how many chapters there is. And
My guy at work, my friends, Mike, he played it straight through. He beat it in one day. He started at 14 hours straight. He went 14 hours straight and beat it. He said it was a phenomenal game. The only knock on it, he said, was the just far too much climbing, is what he said. But, it's to each his own, I guess. I mean, I guess that's to be expected.
I think that's what you sign up for, though, when you play Uncharted, man. You're going to be
getting your adventure
climbing.
on.
Yeah. All right, so what we got, man? We got this week gaming news. So first of all, what are we playing? What are you playing Uncharted as we see this now?
Yeah, Dark Souls 3.
Dark Souls 3. What you playing, Kev?
Man, that 2K with the perfect Curry on there, buddy. Hitting him half court shots, no effort, man. Like, yo,
How is he
nuts.
on there though?
Like they changed his rating after the MVP, so that way he's the first perfect shooter in the actual game, and he is insane.
So when you play, do you play people online?
Yes.
Okay, so do a lot of people use them?
I mean, since they've had the break the game campaign going, like that's all anybody ever wants to play with now is perfect Curry because he doesn't miss.
So is he 100 or is he just 99?
He's a 99. He's a 99 shooter, but like he don't he might as well be 100 because he don't miss.
Really?
Yeah, like it doesn't. His shot timing and all that stuff don't matter.
Yeah, this game looks pretty. What is it that Naughty Dog does that makes their games look better than everything?
They take time, man.
Yeah,
It's for real, man. Like, is their game like even with because they made Ratchet and Clank, and they made this. They also made something else. I can't remember what, but all their games look good. And it goes back to what we were saying earlier. We were having a conversation before stream about Street Fighter and how Capcom admitted that they need to take more time with their games. I think it's across the board with everything, man. Like, I'm not pre-ordering no more games until the game comes out. And the thing that gets me with pre-ordering though is like they'll say
pre-order bonuses.
Yeah, man. They'll say like, we'll give you this Drake Uncharted belt buckle, and I'm like, all right, sign me up.
That belt buckle.
I need that belt buckle. I don't know. So I say that with tongue in cheek, like I won't do it, but I'm probably still gonna do it. But especially with Naughty Dog, like I'm gonna definitely give them my money because I've never played any of the Uncharteds, man. So I feel like I'm kind of like a kid in a candy store.
You are
with these games. Like the only thing about it, I'm not to thug through the first three because I do want to play them, but I'm definitely gonna start with this one.
You gonna go backwards?
The only reason why I say that though is because the first three, man, they're just so dated, and it's gonna be rough. Like I like retro gaming, as we see some of the stuff I have here, but it's with games like that, they're gonna seem like I don't know if I really want to do it.
Yeah. Is SAA designer talking about, man, didn't Naughty Dog make Watch Dogs? And I do believe that they did, which was a game that looked great and sounded good in theory, but that game was trash.
They had the Ubisoft stink.
Was it Ubisoft?
That was Ubisoft, man. They had the Ubisoft stink on it, so that was their problem. But yeah, I probably will definitely pick it up. But yeah, man, I really start thinking about it, man. There's a lot of titles out right now for PS4 that makes me want to get one. So I will be joining the race of the PS4 gamers here soon. I'm still kind of I got a little bit of a quandary when it comes to the fact that Neo is about to come out in September. The rumor is going to come out, and we're going to see it at E3 when we go this year. But I'm still going to feel a little slighted, but I'm just going to end up having 2 PS4s then. There's no way of really going around it, man.
I'm telling you, man, buy that used boy and let it fly out to the summer.
Yeah, Ubisoft, yeah. So anyways, man, so as far as the one thing that we were going to talk about a lot of stuff, we got some gaming news to talk about. We definitely want to get into album reviews. I know last week on the podcast we didn't say what album we were going to review because we didn't really know at that time what we were going to review because it was kind of slim. And then that James Blake got announced later in the week, but it kind of went over our heads. So we actually going to review James Blake's album this week. So we'll talk about that later. But as far as gaming news, we definitely got some stuff to talk about. I know with Overwatch, they announced that they're going to actually have permanent bans for the cheaters.
I love that, man.
You love it?
Yep. First time.
How long do you think they're going to go with that though?
Oh, they'll go Blizzard. They'll go with it.
Really?
Yeah, Blizzard don't play, man.
Until them M's don't add up the same, and then they're going to start banning people.
It's not a subscription game though, so once they sell the copy, it's a wrap. They've already made their money.
That's true, but it's also too. It's only an online. I mean, it's only a multiplayer game. There's really no story to it.
Right.
So, but they're saying like with that game is actually changing the landscape on a lot of games. Like Destiny is coming out with a lot of stuff for their multiplayer. And Battleborn is doing a lot of stuff with theirs, but Overwatch is the only game that's going to have permanent bans if they find out you're cheating.
I agree. But
we're all nerds here, man. In GamesMusicLyfe, we're all cool nerds. But the question I wanted to talk to you guys about was, how do you tell if someone's cheating? Because some people just have crap internet. So what if they have crap internet and like it might seem like they're lag switching, but they have crap internet and they're just whatever. So they just casualty.
Yeah, I mean, you need to get off anyway, man. You know what I'm saying? You probably need to go to work. You know what I'm saying? Get some better internet.
Also, what if somebody's just that good?
They did show that. I saw on Kotaku, they show a video of a guy, and people thought he was a lag switcher or he wasn't really doing the things he did.
Yeah.
And it was a Korean dude. They showed him like he's really just that good. And I get that. That's an anomaly on people that can actually play the game better. But I'm saying, like, how are they going to? I'm sure some people are going to get, banned that might not have been cheating. I personally don't care. I'm not going to play the game.
They should have some type of petition system. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But they already said they're not going to even negotiate with people. Like, if they find out that you're banned,
you're just banned.
We're done. Right. This conversation's over.
I like that, though.
That's tough.
Man.
Do you?
Yeah. I mean, because...
But, I think that's why they're doing that, though, is because of this esports thing. I think that's going to be one of the big esports games.
Esports is about to take over, man.
You see on the... I don't know if is it TNT or...
TBS.
Yeah.
Counter-Strike.
Yeah, they're going to have their own... they said they're starting off with Counter-Strike. They're going to have other games, too. But esports is going to be big. I mean, to the point where it's going to be televised. They're going to try to get into that market. Because, especially now with people with Twitch and people like watching other people play video games, Like people will come in our podcast, not even to hear us smugs talk. They want to see us play a game,
right?
You know,
maybe even competitively.
Yeah, so I think that's definitely gonna be. But anyway, so yeah, so another thing, sad news, man. Like, so I never got into the Disney Infinity thing, but did y'all see where they canceled the whole project?
I saw that.
Yeah.
Dude, the game just came out. Like, when did it come? I wrote it down here. It came out August 28th of 2015. So not even a full year it's been out.
But I think they were late to the party though, man. Because there was what was the other one that's
Skylanders.
really popular? Skylander, yeah.
Skylander,
that sold up.
Disney Infinity came out and they kind of perfected Skylanders in a way. You know, they had all those figurines, and plus the thing with the amiibo. I think the amiibo might have boxed them out, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, the amiibo for Nintendo.
But do you think
They were making so much cash.
They were making so much money on those things. They just released the Avengers one from the Captain America.
Oh, was it
the Captain America, the Civil War set?
Yeah.
But they said that they're not going after the Finding Dora movie, the sequel to Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
They're going to scrap the whole thing. And they said, I mean, according to the Wall Street Journal, 350 people lost their jobs already. And basically, they had a whole game plan. It's like you come into work and we have a blueprint of what we're working on, and then somebody just comes in and says, we're done. We're not going to do that anymore.
Scrapped it.
Hey, listen, man. They stopped making money, man. They turned this whole place to a parking lot.
You're right.
You know?
You're absolutely right. It's definitely money driven, I'm sure. But dang, that was crazy because it was a big IP for them.
Huge
Disney
IP.
Infinity 3.0. I mean, 'cause I think the buy-in for it was the package was almost like $100
for the main set. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the actual figurines was like $45 a piece. Maybe that's what they did. Maybe the price.
The
point
figurines
was
were $45.
Yeah.
Nah. That's why Nintendo got them, man. Because Nintendo's were like 20, 12.
Yeah.
And plus, who would you rather have, a Disney character or Mario? I mean, I think Mario is more broader than maybe a Disney character worldwide.
I think that might be what's going on because I'm still holding on to the fact that Nintendo's not going to be a system. I think it's going to be. I think NX is going to be something that's going to be on all our systems.
I hope not.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be because Nintendo would make more money if they did it. They clearly have already shown they cannot make a console. The Wii was a novelty thing as far as for like people bought it. The Wii U was a complete crapshoot. I think this NX is going to be something that's going to be on all of our systems. But,
I think they're going to stick to the script, man. I think they're going to stick to the script and just call it a day. Do a graphic powerhouse like PlayStation and Microsoft and call it a day.
Yeah.
I mean, they're really innovative, but people just don't dig being innovative these days.
Yeah.
They want tried and true.
Yeah, we will definitely see. Let's see. Besides that, Madden 2017 cover was announced. Gronkowski's on the cover. Do we even care?
No, not at all.
Moving on.
Not
like
at all.
I saw that they had the previews for it, and I'm like, okay, so this is going to be the preview that we've seen for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Somebody catches passes, somebody's running, somebody gets tackled, somebody scores a touchdown.
Yeah.
People are in the crowd.
And then
Perfect.
One online game later, people are going to log off. From
Yeah.
it.
Yep, absolutely.
Nobody wants to play it.
I give it 5 games. 5
games?
games online, and then you log off.
Yeah, because I played the demo. I didn't even care anymore.
You didn't even play the full. Did you always use all your hours, or did you just stop?
Nope.
Man, a year later, you still haven't used those 10 hours?
Nope.
Wow.
10 hours. I think I might still like 7 left. Yeah, I definitely did not do that. But now it's free. It's in the Access store, so
Yeah.
you can get it for free now through EA Access. But
Still too much.
Yeah, it's too much
exactly,
hard drive
free
space,
is too much, man. And the thing about it is, I hope this year when we go, man, like it's actually better. I'm really rooting for them because this was the first year I didn't buy Madden, but I'm rooting for them cats to do something because the EA booth last year the Madden booth was so depressing. EA in a whole is actually, I don't know what's up with them
They
now.
just suck. They stopped
That's
making good
Star
games,
Wars.
man. They're making too much money. Yeah, man, that Star Wars came and went, but
Yeah.
I was so surprised
It's like
to see
a fart in
that.
the wind.
I was so surprised to see that game fall off so quick.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about it is, they're announcing stuff still forward, but like, do people even care though?
Nah, like I never see anybody playing.
I think
They released it right at a good time, like right when the movie was out.
Mhm.
They released it, and people were like, "Oh, Star Wars hype." And now the movie's come and gone. They're like,
But see, that's the thing too. Like even at E3 when we was there last year, man, like it was a lot of hype around it because they had one of the best booths.
It looked good.
It looked amazing because we both were left there, and even all the other, people that were there that was doing journalism for the game. Everyone talked about Battlefield.
Yeah.
And the
'Cause
hype
we
was
played it
real.
outside.
Yeah, we played it. We was like, okay, this looks pretty good. But then
Looked pretty good. Yeah.
You need a story.
you definitely need a story. That's the
so.
part about it, man. Like, we talked about this in the pod a long time ago. These multiplayer only games, I don't know how they survive. You know, that's what with Battleborn and Overwatch. I don't know how they're going to survive.
I think that those games are. Star Wars didn't take advantage of it, but I think those games are built for online competitive play. I don't think those are built for stories. I think they're built for Major League Gaming.
But how many of them do we need? Like,
Yes.
I mean,
That's the problem.
Yes.
People
It's
are trying
like-
to hop on that bandwagon.
it's like if you had 10 versions of Monopoly. Like, I don't want to play any other Monopoly game. Like, just give me
Yeah.
Monopoly. I'm cool. Like,
There's only
yeah.
one Monopoly.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
But you know what though, with Star, I think some games could do it. I think there was a space for some games too, not a Star Wars IP.
no, I don't think. Star
You know what I
Wars
mean?
would
You
be
got to
fun.
have a story with Star Wars.
yeah.
You know, which is not going back to that Disney Infinity thing that makes me think too. Now that I think about it, they have still Rogue One coming out at the end of this year, and then they have the new Star Wars next year. They're leaving all that Disney Infinity money on the table. Like they don't even care.
It must not be doing that good, man.
It
It
must
must,
not be.
be doing really bad.
It must be. But you think I don't know. I mean, shoot, I don't know what's up with
Because
that, man.
Nintendo and those amiibos, man, those are like addictions to people.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like they at least release like limited edition ones, and I don't think Disney had the foresight to do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were like, we're going to go off of our name and our characters, and they got in there and kind of got slaughtered,
Right.
for
Right.
for lack of better words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, I got you. Speaking of Chef Curry, so these playoffs that we're watching right now, is all it for naught? Like, does it even matter? Does the playoffs even matter? Or should we just give Golden State the trophy right now?
I'm not going to give it to
Nah,
Golden
man.
State,
I think Cavs got a
Cavs
good
got 'em,
shot,
man.
man. Let's go, Cavs, baby. Let's
You
go.
wearing a
Let's
jacket,
go, baby.
man.
Bron. Let's go.
I'm rooting for him, man. I really am, and I know we're all over the place today because we got so much about sports and gaming news. But I don't know, man. Like my heart is with Cleveland, as you know. I want to see Bron win. I root for the guy, but that Wardell is doing something I've never seen before, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's inhuman, but
Yeah.
you got to think, though. LeBron's not human himself.
He got a chip on his shoulder too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LeBron's going to go
You
nuts.
see, he don't like the fact that Steph won that MVP.
Nah.
Nah, he don't like nothing about Golden
Nah.
State, man. Kerr should have got Coach of the Year.
Nope.
That most valuable player
Nope.
out the window.
Yeah.
But you got to look at this, though. Remember, LeBron almost averaged a triple-double in the finals last year.
Yeah,
It took
and they
him
won
to
2 games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
with
took him to
with no
6.
Love or Kyrie.
Yeah, with Della Devova. And J.R. Smith was super cold. J.R.
Yeah.
Smith was super cold.
It was really all Bron.
Yeah.
And Dellavedova almost died. Dellavedova pretty much took like 3 years off his life last year. He
Yes,
had
he did.
IVs and all that stuff.
Because, that's Curry. Curry-based God. I mean, he had to,
But he
man.
was giving Curry some problems though too.
He was.
Because Dellavedova
Yeah.
was a tough out, man. He's a tough nosed guy. I mean, he'll get crossed over and hit his head on the ground,
He
but
doesn't care, man.
I'm gonna
He
tell
don't
you
care.
what. Golden State, man, they might have their hands full with the Thunder, man.
know.
After the way that the Thunder handled the
I was
Spurs,
wrong.
because I didn't
Yeah.
see
I
that
was-
coming.
I
how did that
I-
happen so
I
fast
don't
though?
know.
Man, KD, man, he got
I
tired of
watched-
hearing that. After that
Dude,
40-point blowout, KD was not trying to hear all that noise
They blew
about
him out
him
that
being
first game.
beta.
That first game they blew him out, and then after that, it was like they got old so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all see? I don't even. I was watching the game. I don't know how OKC was up by 28.
No.
It just like I just looked at the score at the bottom left, and I'm like, dang.
We gotta give some credit
It
to
was
Billy
so
Donovan
fast.
though too.
Huh?
Billy
Yeah.
Donovan put those 2 Drago-looking cats in at the same time. I don't know their names, but he put those big dudes in.
Yeah,
And-
Morrison and
And
Cantor.
his canter,
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go. He put those 2 Drago-looking cats in, and they couldn't handle him, man.
At
Yeah.
all.
You know, because they
At
forced
all.
Timmy to play, and Timmy's out there looking very washed.
I'm gonna tell you what, too, man. Russie is gonna be out there giving Steph work.
This
Like,
is the
because
best.
Dame
out-
Lillard was giving him work.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Portland played almost a perfect game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, Portland played so well.
yeah.
And they still couldn't beat Golden State.
But they don't have the guys.
Yeah, they
you
don't.
know what I'm saying?
No, they
Dame.
don't.
But listen,
Lillard.
Alpha Man Westbrook is about to give
this
Curry
this
work.
is the best that I've seen Westbrook and Durant play together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely.
But I don't know, like it's kind of like schizophrenic because like I remember when I was talking about him last week, I was like, man, they got to get off this team. They can't be on the same team. They can't.
Yeah. Yeah,
Now
I
I'm
said
like,
that
man,
too.
they look good together.
Yeah.
Like that's how they are, man. They just frustrate you because like 1 minute they look good, next minute you're like, man, this isn't going to work.
It's
We gotta
once
throw
Russ
this out.
backs off, man, he got to back off and defer to KD a little
Yep.
bit more. And
Yep.
that's because when he tries to do it all himself, that's when it all, you know what I'm saying, kind of falls to pieces. Like, if Kevin is cold, then go ahead and do what you're going to do and cook. Otherwise, because, I mean, that game when KD dropped 40 or 41, Westbrook had like 18 assists, only had 14 points. But you know what I'm saying? He had to defer. He had to play that point finally. But listen, he's going to come in there with a chip on his shoulder, man, because he's been getting overlooked. Got overlooked for the MVP like completely after the amazing season that he had.
Who, KD?
Westbrook.
Oh, Westbrook.
Yeah, I mean, Kawhi deserved to be in that conversation, and LeBron at third. You know what I'm saying? They kind of go back and forth. But Westbrook deserved to be in that top 5 in consideration.
He was Mr. Triple-Double. Didn't he get triple-double in like 10 minutes?
Man, yeah,
I think that was 18.
18 minutes? Okay, that's cheese.
What happened to Aldridge, man? Did he just do a disappearing act or what?
I don't know. Yeah, that was a tough call. He started struggling.
Monster in the first couple games.
I really don't know, bro. I wish I could tell you because, I mean, the first two, basically OKC just said, like, we're not going to let one guy beat us.
Yep.
Go and get yours. And it seems like Aldridge just kind of didn't do what he did the first 2 games, you know?
Yeah.
Right. Well, you know, he went cold because he was still shooting, but he was going, you know what I'm saying, 6 for 21, 6 for 24.
Yeah.
That ain't going to get the job done.
Yeah. Excuse me.
And Ginobili, man. Ginobili looked like a pure senior citizen.
Him and Tony Parker.
Yeah.
Tony Parker got to get the ball out of his hands.
Yeah, the Frenchman, he looked lost out there, man. He didn't look confident at all.
Nah.
You know, he just didn't look confident. Like, every shot looked like he was kind of lost, like you said, lost his confidence. But
Man, now they're making the big push, man, to get Conley out there.
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Where, San Antonio?
Yeah.
That'd be a good fit. If Conley goes there, man, I'm done. I'm done with Memphis.
Parker
done?
can go ahead and ride the
Yeah.
pine.
Yeah, Tony the Frenchman got to give it up, man. It's going to be done. Because the young guy, but they're not even, I thought they were younger than what they were. Like, Kawhi is young, but I didn't know Aldridge is just 30.
Yeah, Aldridge's been in the league a little while.
He has. That pepper nose he has, too. He gets him on there.
Mm-hmm.
But,
But
so. I
These
don't know.
finals have actually sucked. These NBA playoffs, they haven't been as competitive that they've been in the past years.
You know what? I thought it was okay. I liked the fact that, I mean, Jacoby had a rough game last night.
Yeah.
And D Wade got some sort of clear put on his legs. Like, he basically went to the same doctor LeBron
He
went
went
to.
and got that
Yeah,
voodoo,
he
man.
He went and
that
got
Dade
something
County voodoo.
because he's out there looking like a rookie year.
Little
Dwayne
Haiti.
Wade. Yeah. But that
But
was a
will
good
that
game
wear
last
off,
night.
though?
Huh?
If they got to go see the Cavs in the Eastern Conference
I don't
Finals,
want to see that though, man.
I don't either. I want
to see the
Toronto to
whole
pull that.
Wade and Bron and that whole thing. I don't want to see that, man.
I think that without Whiteside, the Cavs will sweep the Heat. Like, the Heat just don't have enough firepower. Like, Joe Johnson's not going to do it. Luau Dang's not going to do it.
No.
Even though he's selling real bags out the front.
Yeah.
No bootlegs out the back anymore.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, you know, I think that it might feel like the playoffs were boring just because the Cavs are dominating the East. Like, there's no competition for them out there. Yeah, but the West has been really good, man. A lot of parity in the West that we did. Like, nobody saw the Thunder beating OKC. Nobody saw Portland out here giving all these teams headaches the way that they have been. Like, you know what I mean? It's been good out there, but the teams that you expected to win are winning. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Shoot, well, we got the finals we wanted. I mean, as far as in the Western, at least.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
I can't wait for that one to start.
And you know what? I'm kind of glad this is the Western Conference Finals because San Antonio, looking as old as they do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely the two
It'll
top
just be a
horses
wash.
in it. I think Wardell's going to go nuts though in this because like rumor has it they want to see the Cavs. They want because they know everyone they kind of feel like their championship was tainted because the Cavs weren't at 100%.
Yeah.
But I want to say, man, credit to Tyronn Lue.
He got them boys streaking.
He got
at the
them
right
boys
time.
ready, man. Like
Yeah.
he's getting Kevin Love into the game early, and that actually dictates his whole mood. Like he gets every rebound. Tristan Thompson, his high butt, is out there getting every board. And J.R. Smith is out there shooting lights out, man. And Amon Shumpert is back to jumping out the gym again.
Killer
too.
Kyrie got that killer eye.
Oh,
again,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
When LeBron was slumping, man,
Yeah.
But
Kyrie going ham.
You
Yeah.
know what though? I don't think we've seen the true LeBron yet.
Oh, absolutely not.
I think he's saving it.
Oh,
for
absolutely.
Stephen.
Final form LeBron.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. He's not in the freezer final form yet, man. He's definitely he hasn't ascended yet.
I'm telling you,
he is not.
it's going to be a tough for Steph to make it out of this OKC series unfazed. Like I think he might get hurt because Westbrook is gonna be out there giving him punishment, bro.
Yeah, man. But I just don't.
Steph doesn't have that advantage that he has normally over a lot of points.
I
man.
agree with everything you're saying, but we've never seen nothing like this guy, man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's coming down pulling from half, man. Like,
with
the same form. The same form he shoots a three is the same form he has when he shoots a half-court shot.
True.
The exact same form.
But it's going to get physical, man.
It is going to get physical.
Very physical for
But
him.
this
And trying to
gonna
keep up with Russ on the other end of the floor is where it's really going to be trouble.
Yeah.
They'll put Clay on Russ. I don't think they'll put Steph on Russ.
They're going to have to put Steph on Russ, man.
You think so?
Russ is going to outrun Clay all day. Like, he'll always be open if Clay tries to guard him.
Clay been balling too, man.
Clay can't keep up with Russ, though.
No, he can't. But it's going to be a great series.
It starts Monday.
Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
And then who's going to guard KD? Because Draymond can't do it.
I just don't want KD.
Yeah, Draymond can't.
I don't want KD to take himself out. I don't want KD to be the only block against himself. I want him to play well. I've always been critical on Kevin Durant.
You have to be.
You know, I've always been critical on him because LeBron gets a lot of hate and a lot of slander, and we kind of give Kevin Durant a pass because we like him.
But I think he got the pass because it was LeBron's league, though.
Yeah, it was LeBron's league.
But did Kevin Durant come in the league like LeBron came in the league, though?
No one came in with more hype like LeBron. That's why I like LeBron, because he came in with all that hype, and he lived up to it. And he had no daddy and a crazy mama. So, you know, I definitely give LeBron a lot of credit, man.
But, man, I see the Thunder being matchup nightmares because, I mean, that small ball is not going to work against Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he plays he plays the three.
Right.
Like, with a lot of finesse game, but then he's 6'11", or got 6'11" wingspan or 7-foot wingspan.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what are you going to do about that? You know what I'm saying? He got Dirk shot.
Yeah, Captain Coleman 43 says LeBron captain save. Yeah, definitely, man. Captain LeBron I call him front runner Bron, because when they're front runners and they're winning, LeBron is everywhere. He's dancing the whole thing, but he gets small when it gets a little tight.
Yeah.
You know, but one thing I will say though is like recently, like last year and this season, he's actually not been that way. It's just in the years past we gotta give him a hard time because of it, but. He's I can't say much wrong about LeBron. I'm happy with the finals, man. I really am. I think it's the best, at least the top three teams. The East is such a crapshoot. I want Toronto to win because I do think they would push the Cavs. They give them a good test. Plus, I want to see Drake looking sad on the sideline.
Drake over there getting punished.
I want to see him getting punished on the sideline, bro. And the thing about it is he's such a fair weather fan because he wasn't at none of the games.
Nope.
He wasn't at the game last night.
On tour though.
That's no excuse. You call yourself being the guy of the six and all that stuff, man, and you're clapping and you're putting up memes of Paul George after they win.
He's actually got a position with the Raptors, too. He's team ambassador.
Team ambassador, right. You need to be there. I'm sure he'll be at the game tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know?
Toronto's not that good, man. I don't like watching this series.
They're not that good once the big boy went down. The big Valanciunas or whatever.
Yeah.
Because now they got that African dude out there, Malik.
Yeah,
whatever. And he starts remembering that who he is, and he stinks after a while.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what is Mutombo. I'm calling him Mutombo. So, like, after a while, he'll start thinking, like, you know what? I'm Mutombo.
Yeah.
And then he'll realize, I don't need to be shooting this. And he'll do something stupid. But he's been playing tough for him.
Yeah.
You know?
And he just gives you energy, though. I don't think
he
gives you much else.
Yeah, but what else can he give you, man? He's,
I think LeBron is going to go dumb in the finals, bro.
Yeah. I think LeBron is going to go straight beast mode.
He wants Golden State, and he wants to feast.
And that's the
thing
I love. I love about that he's actually turning into the guy that he loves, that he's the man. Yeah. Like he did it last year when he said, I felt confidence in myself because I'm the best player in the world. I love that part of his game. Like when you're too nicey, I don't like this buddy stuff that's going on. For real. Like I want somebody, I don't like all that. Like I love y'all and we're friends and everything, but if we're competing, we're competing.
It's on.
It's on.
Yeah.
And I expect you to do the same. And if I see you slacking up because of that friendship, I'm going to get in your ear like, yo, give me everything you got. It's going to make me better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? So I appreciate that. I do like that LeBron has that saltiness in his mouth because he sounds salty.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
He sounds very salty. When he talked about Steph and the whole MVP thing.
He don't like that it's Steph's league right now.
He does not like it.
He's not liking that.
Because all that talk now is like people are questioning whether or not LeBron's run is over and now it's Steph's run.
Yeah,
I mean, people have already kind of moved on.
They're
like, I don't see LeBron getting anything else now. It's Steph's league. You know, no more MVPs for LeBron.
We're such in a microwave society now, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, what have you done? You know what I mean? Like we become victims of the moment.
I like it because he got to show out in the finals.
Oh, he does.
He got to. And
he does.
Now Killer KD's out here looking healthy, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting his stride.
It's a big year for KD though. Yeah. Seriously, because if they get put out, because you got to figure this is KD's year. If he can come back and sign a 1-year deal, which everybody thinks he's gonna sign that 1-year deal, it makes money sense. But him and Russ is up next year, man.
Yeah,
what are they going to do?
Definitely signs the 1 year, and then they can figure it out from there.
They got to stay together.
Now that they won that Spurs series, bro, I see KD staying regardless how the Golden State series goes, unless they get swept.
They're like two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they have to stay together. It's like a unhappy marriage.
Yeah, Jacoby does want to go to LA and be the new Kobe. Jacoby.
Yeah,
he wants to be. He's gonna wear number 24. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, go bald. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Jacoby. I still. You said that a couple podcasts ago, and I didn't pick up on it until later in the pod. Like, yo, you really call this dude Jacoby, man. At Wilt side.
Yeah, Wilt side Jacoby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. DeRozan don't know who the hell he wants to be, man. But Kyle Lowry has been struggling. Yeah, at one point, he couldn't pee on the ground, and the next he's hitting 3 or 4 shots.
Shoot, they had more than 50 points last night and still lost.
Yeah, I just look at DeMonte Carroll, and I see his body structure, and I really I cringe that he's gonna have to guard LeBron in the next round.
He's not.
He's not.
Ready.
I mean, he used to get cooked with the Hawks. You know what I'm saying? Trying to guard LeBron. Yeah. And now that was with Millsap trying to rotate.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, gaming news. We kind of got off on our tangent, but was there anything else gaming wise?
Let's see here.
I know we had Civilization 6 that were coming out. That's y'all's game.
There's
what game was it?
Civ 6.
Civilization 6.
Yeah. Kickstarter campaign founder posts video confession of stealing $320,000. Get this. He went and built a house. He went and built him a house.
Smart. He hustling.
And now he's under investigation by the Canadian police.
I'm surprised this doesn't happen more often.
Yeah, I was gonna say it probably does. Just flies under the radar.
Yeah, I'm surprised this whole Shenmue thing hasn't. Somebody isn't going to. I'm going to the door. Okay.
Yeah.
I gave you $100. I need to know. I need to see the line.
Hey, listen. Well, those I got right.
They posted the address of where the dude's new house is and photos and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need his kitchen sink.
I'm at that door for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Right.
I live here.
I pay rent, bro. I live here.
Where's our living room?
What was the Kickstarter for?
It was for a game. Oh no, it was for a 3D printer.
Okay.
So you put in $100 toward a 3D printer.
Okay.
And
he 3D printed him up a house.
Yeah, he did.
Nah.
Yeah, they put his bank account up there and everything. It's crazy.
Especially with the internet being like it is, man. Like, seriously, the internet connects everybody to the world. The world, it's a big world, but it's still a world that we can get to.
Yeah.
I'm going to come see you. I'm sending you $100 or $200. I'm like, I want to know what's going on. And people just, I think with these Kickstarters, we should start a Kickstarter for Games Music Life. Just say, just cuz. And then we'll come up with it.
For the culture, man.
For the culture, bro.
We're doing it for the culture. And then they say, what's the culture? We say, that's what we do it for. And we just keep saying that.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, man.
Never ending circle.
I don't know, man. I don't do that whole thing. But who knows?
Yeah, it happens all the time, though.
It does happen all the time.
One last thing on the video game front.
What's up?
Sega investigating Shenmue HD. Have you guys played that before?
I played Shenmue before, yes.
Dreamcast version?
Yeah.
Okay,
so that's...
I mean, personally, I think it was just an overhyped game, man.
Really?
It was
wow,
okay. I mean, really, you just... I'm sorry, Jay.
That's all right, man.
It was kind of overhyped, man. Like,
for that time, though?
For that time, it was okay. Dreamcast was a slept-on system. Y'all know I just bought another one.
Yeah.
And I've been playing the Street Fighters on there. But I just, I think during that time, it was actually a good game. But is it going to stand the test of time now?
That's what they're trying to figure out.
Yeah,
they don't know if it's going to hold up.
I don't think it'll hold up. Yeah. Even when the whole announcement came last year, Shenmue 3, that's dope.
Is he playing PlayStation 1?
Yeah, you're playing PlayStation 1.
Nice, okay.
Even on Shenmue, the new one that they just try to do for Kickstarter, they're trying to fund it.
It's already funded.
It was funded, right? It was funded in like 10 minutes. But it's like, seriously though, like I get the hype on it, but that whole, I don't know,
Crash Bandicoot.
Man, please let
Naughty
you play
Dog's first game.
Please let you be able to play Crash Bandicoot, bro. I'll play this game right now if they give you an in-game Crash Bandicoot.
I think you could play, but I think the rumor is now that they're going to scrap Naughty Dog scrapped something for Crash Bandicoot. I can't remember what the game was. Yeah, the rumor is that Crash Bandicoot is going to be announced this year at E3.
Oh, I can play.
And if they announce it, Kevin, you cannot run on stage, dude, because we got to fly home, and I'm responsible to getting you back home. Your wife will not. I will not be the one calling your wife, telling her that you're here.
Kev, you want to play?
Nah. But hey, listen, I absolutely do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? For the culture, man. Hey, we'll make the news, everything, man. Make it big. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's pretty dope. This is the old Crash, so it's playable, huh?
Yeah. I wonder. It's got to be like a hidden mini game to it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh dang!
Are either of you guys streaming right now?
Am I streaming? I am not.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on.
Okay, cool. I'm blocked right now.
Yeah, you're blocked. Just close it, open it back up. It's probably iOS.
Yep. No, quick shade. All right, man. My bad.
It totally sidetracked the nostalgia of Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, it's
it's
the Wi-Fi.
It's Apple though, so it's
no, it's the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Mine's out
No,
too.
no, let's just take it. Let's
Take
take
his
the shot
Apple?
of Apple. Yeah, let's just take that shot
We'll
of
take a
Apple.
shot.
We'll let it ride.
So
You
we
know what
going
I'm
into
saying?
that JB album, Justin Bieber.
Let's get it.
Psych.
So yeah, the album review this week was James Blake.
Jamie B.
What was the name of it?
And it's Guts.
The color.
The color of anything.
The Color of Anything.
I
All
think
right,
he
so-
spelled color wrong.
He did, but he spelled
No,
it
he
like
spelled it the English way.
English way, right? Yeah, so we're reviewing that album
Oh.
this week. Jay, you go and go first, man.
Okay. When I first listened to the album, I was hating. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had
we
pure,
know.
I had
We know,
pure
man.
hate in my Google Hangout chat. I was listening to Radio Silence, and I was like, "Is this dude trying to sing into a fan, or what's he doing?" Like, I don't like this. Going through the album though, points kind of sounded like that, and then we got to Love Me in Whatever Way. I was like, is this James Blake or is this Sam Smith? I don't know. Like, this dude sounds like Sam Smith to me.
Mm-hmm.
And just listening to his, it's interesting because I was listening to his music and I'm like, this sounds different. So I put up his bio on Wiki, and they're like, like one of his music genres is experimenting. And I can say that on this album. Like, there's a lot of different sounds meshed together. Sometimes it works. Sometimes I feel like it drowns him out. I think my favorite song on this album is probably Forever. I like that. I didn't do a full deep dive like you guys did to read the lyrics because I know he's saying some good stuff, but I couldn't hear him sometimes. He would have a high point and then it would kind of like drown out with the beat.
Yeah, his voice is hard. It's hard to
Yeah.
you have to almost listen to it and like not do anything else.
Right.
You have to pay attention to what he's saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it is a little bit. I don't want to say it's mumbly, but it's like it's hard to decipher what he's saying.
Yeah,
lot of
I don't think
filters.
it's,
Yeah, a
I
lot
don't
of
think it's
filters.
mumbly. I think he has a good voice, but it kind of like trails.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't. Yeah, like you said, you can't hear it unless you're tuned into it.
Right.
Overall, I mean, I like the album. I've gotten through it. I like, of course, I Need a Forest Fire. At first, I'm like, what the heck is this track doing? But then, like, as it got through, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. It's a good track. My Willing Heart, I like that. Let's see here. I mean, I think it's a good album. This reminds me of a kid that's in science class, and you give him the experiment to do, and he does the experiment, but then he adds extra stuff that doesn't have to do with the experiment, but it's still a good experiment.
To show his talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would give this album, man, I was coming in, I was going to give like an NA, just pure, you guys gotta understand.
But we know.
This is pure hatred.
Which is all. This is all surprising to us right now.
Yeah,
so,
see what I'm saying? We're all caught
yeah, I
off
was
guard.
expecting.
I'm
it.
listening.
Yeah,
You guys are
I'm
getting it
just
first
listening.
here. I'm going to give this album an 85.
Came around.
Jay is actually listening to some music out
what I
here,
mean?
man. Look
I'm
at this
proud,
guy.
man.
I'm proud of this guy,
I'm saying
man.
proud.
Hey, give
I'm
it
like,
an
shit,
85.
tell you.
Let me take my glasses off, man. He's like chopping onions, man. Like, this guy is really evolving over here, man.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna take back some of that.
He was blocked. He was blocked all week.
Yeah, he
Yo,
was.
before we go to somebody else's review,
Uh-huh.
I'm in my feelings about those Nas photos. Those Nas memes. Let me tell
Hey,
you,
just
those
know
were-
if you go missing, I got one in the pocket.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
waiting.
yeah.
those hurt,
waiting.
man. I was looking at those. I was like, man, those hurt.
Hey, just know if
Those
another
hurt.
Nas Lost episode happens, it's gonna be an intro of Nas Lost.
Yes.
Man, that
Yeah.
hurt.
You want me to go? You want me to go, Kev? You want to go?
Man, you go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, so I will say I will definitely give my man Kev some props. He hit me to James Blake last year or so, or year before last. I don't know, but I really been a fan of dude, and like I'm happy he's getting some pub now. I was happy to see him on Beyonce's album, and I think because of her, a lot of people will now know who he is. Because I still think a lot of people don't know who he is. On this album, though, I woke up and I started like reading some of this stuff, and I really had a rough time understanding why I like this album so much. Was it because of I'm just a James Blake fan, and I actually just love the sound. His voice is very good. He's not the best singer. I mean, there are other better singers than him, but I do appreciate the fact that he puts his music out. It's him, and take it or leave it, and people will support it. And I love that. I think it might be just because he's from London. I don't know. I just know that I love an artist that just puts out his work as his art, not trying to sound like anybody, not trying to fill any lanes. Just, I'm gonna put music out. This is me, and I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about. Because the album is sad. Yeah. You know, it's a very sad album, but the music is so good. So I started to realize like why I like this so much, and I realized it. Based Rubin. Rick Rubin, his hands is all in this album, and when you listen to it, you can just hear his stamp on it, you know. And it's like, you know, I contribute Rubin to giving Kanye's last album some relevancy, although Kanye did his best to mess that album up. But I do think Based Rubin actually did a good job in that. But also too, and me and Kev, we talked about this before the podcast, Frank Ocean is all on this album.
Yes.
You know, the only three writers. Just last week we did Drake. He had 81 writers. James Blake had 3 writers. Himself. Who's the other guy?
Justin Vernon.
Justin Vernon and Frank Ocean. And we were talking about this, Kev. I think that in a way, Frank's pen was talking to us, man. Like, it really was deep how, like, the songs that he was on, like he did or whatever, it was some deep stuff, man. And I think if any time, and if Frank, if this video makes it to you, we need some work from you, man, because this album he put his foot in this, man, and him and James Blake too. And it had no pub. There was only 2. Basically, the album was kind of released on a sneak. It was 2 billboards. There was one in London and one in Brooklyn. That was it. And I guess he put it on Twitter that he was going to release an album, some more work. And on May 5th, it just unexpectedly just dropped. You know, he just released it at midnight, like here. You know, because at first we listened to it, and Kev kind of said it too, was like, yo, when you first listen to it, it's different. And at first I thought it was kind of abstract, not as abstract as some of his older work, but when I listened to this album, it was like, it's a little, abstract. It's a little bit of pop, a little bit of R&B, a little bit of soul. It's a lot into it, but of anything, I love when an artist can make music and invoke emotion into a person. And that's what we all love music. In GamesMusicLyfe, we listen to a lot of music, but the emotion was invoked in that, and I really appreciated him for that music. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed it. My nostrils were wide open. So anybody seeing this pod, you know, definitely go give that album a shot, man. I gave it a 89.
Okay.
So that was my review on it.
All right, cool, man. Well, I'll dive into this thing because, you know, last week, man, we jumped out, and I had actually started listening to it last week. But my first playthrough on the James Blake album, I listened to it. And that first playthrough, it was actually a little bit of a hard listen. You know, I started it, and I wasn't really able to kind of sit down and focus with it. I was just trying to hear it, get a grasp on kind of where he was at, see if he had any of those big singles, if he had a Wilhelm Scream, or if he had a Retrograde, or a 1-800-Dinosaur, or anything like that on this album. And at first, it didn't really grab me like that. I think I started off, of course, started off from the top with Radio Silence, which it was an okay song, kind of let the album play, but it was playing in the background. I wasn't really paying it much attention, and it started to sound like a lot of those songs were sounding the same. And so I jumped down, I saw a Bon Iver feature on there, and for whatever reason, in Apple Music, it had a star next to it. Okay. I don't know why, but I was like, okay, you know, let me go ahead and jump down here, and jump to Need a Forest Fire. And even there, I was kind of like, you know, let it play. And then I stopped listening to it. And that's actually when I suggested it. When I, you know, went back, listened to the pod, and realized we didn't actually pick an album. So I suggested, hey, maybe we can go with James Blake. Now, the alternative was that we were going to do Skepta, because he had just dropped Konnichiwa. I've not listened to Skepta, but it gets a lot of buzz. And that first playthrough of that James Blake for me was kind of like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I knew if anything else, it would make for a great review, even if we just trashed it. But I just wasn't sure. That's why you remember I even said, like, hey, listen to it one time and tell me if you want to review it, then fine, we can. But if not, then, you know, it's cool.
Right.
Then as the week went on, I continued to listen to it, and that's when it really hit me. Like, this isn't easy listening music. Like, this isn't an album where you can just sit and let it play in the background, or you can kind of listen to it mindlessly. And it actually comes through in the instrumentation and the way that it's presented. If you really listen to a lot of these tracks, there's a lot of kind of off-key, off-beat moments in there, and it's to grab the listener's attention. This is actually like something I learned in you know, music class as a kid. A lot of times artists will throw the wrong notes in sometimes just to make sure that you're listening and making sure that you're paying attention. So it's not really something that you can just vibe with easily. It's not music that you can dance to. It's not music that you can sing along with. It's music that you are meant to listen to it. You are supposed to sit still and listen to these songs. And once you do that, I mean, for me, it was a headphone album. Like once I listened to it in the headphones, or was able to listen to it kind of in the car, windows up, with it up loud, so I can hear all the instrumentation. That's when it kind of grasped me how good that album was. Now, the entire album is about breakups. If you really listen to it, he's going through all the different stages of the breakups, from radio silence to, I Need a Forest Fire, trying to figure out why they're not communicating, Love Me in Whatever Way, just wanting her to be around in some capacity, to, I Need a Forest Fire, just trying to clear out your whole entire life, down to Modern Soul, where you're kind of moving on and you're realizing that you don't need this person so much, all the way to Meet You in the Maze, where, hey, I've moved on. I hope that at some point when we're trying to navigate through this life that we'll come back together, or in some capacity.
Right.
And once I started really kind of grasping that concept, I knew how special this album was. And then I did like you, did a little bit more digging, and I'm like, man, you know what, this album sounds so good, and I can't put my finger on why it's so good. I mean, the pen, James Blake has always had an amazing pen, and his presentation has always been amazing. He's a very forward-thinking artist. But then seeing the Frank Ocean credits in the writings, I understood then, and I could hear Frank Ocean in the music, and I could hear where he was contributing, and I feel like that was probably the best thing that he could have done for this album, as far as James Blake, was getting Frank Ocean involved, because them together, man, that is a powerhouse duo right there.
Yes.
And I was discussing with my wife on the way over for the show today, like, you know what, I think that this may have been Boys Don't Cry.
Really?
Yeah, I think that Frank may have given us Boys Don't Cry on this. That's why his album is taking so long.
Yeah.
He might go back and completely revamp that album. We might not even get Boys Don't Cry. It might be something completely different by the time he's done, because there was so much emotion in this record, or in this album,
right,
that really came across. And I thought it was fantastic. Rick Rubin put his foot in it. Like, I mean, you get him involved in any project, and it seems like he's going to get the best out of any artist. And he really shines when it comes time to make something a bit more abstract as far as art goes.
Yeah.
And, sonically, man, the album sounded amazing. Like I said, it's not an easy listen. It's something that you really kind of have to sit with, and you have to enjoy music. But, if you like alternative, and I would even say R&B soul in a lot of ways, because even though he uses a lot of different filters and kind of sounds and instruments to layer his voice, man, the R&B soul is there. Like, I mean, it you hear the pain, the passion, all that stuff in his voice and in these songs, and he does a great job of conveying those emotions on these songs.
Right.
For me, like, once I started getting into it, man, I locked in. Like, now it's like the only music on my mind right now. So with it, man, kudos. I'm definitely I'm invested. I will cheer for this album to the high heavens. So with it, man, I had to score that album out of 92. It might go higher. Yeah, because it was a fantastic piece of work. Man. When there was only one thing about a song that I didn't like, I don't like the Night Rider beat in there. I forget what song that is, but it kind of gets on my nerves a little bit. But even there, like, the songwriting was excellent, the singing was fine. And once the beat kind of changes off a bit, like, I don't mind it anymore. So it's really only the intro to that song that I'm not thrilled with. But, man, fantastic album, man. Yeah. Everybody needs to go check that out if you haven't already. Introduce yourself to James Blake. You'll thank yourself for it later.
Absolutely. I knew I was open on the album when that Chance came out, and I didn't listen to it. I still haven't listened to the Chance album.
Yeah. That's next week, man. Color and Book. Let's.
Yeah.
And that's another funny thing, man. Frequent collaborators. Yeah. Between Chance and James Blake.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But you know what though? I think that's too, like, with James with Chance, and also like James Blake. I kind of like how bigger artists like Beyonce has James Blake on her album.
Yeah.
And then Kanye had Chance on his album. These are two artists that have been out for a while.
Yeah.
They just, we talked about this earlier too, about why there isn't any good R&B out like James Blake, like artists just taking chances and just putting out their own music and it being what it is. Because so often, I think, like you said, Chris Brown has ruined R&B, man, because everyone wants to fit that mold, They
want to be that guy.
They want to be that guy. But I think that, with music going the way it is, like, there are artists like that, people just aren't recognizing them. But, now they're getting recognized, man. And I think James Blake is another one that people are going to eventually just give it up to.
I think that there'll always be a space for him, because I mean, even thinking back on it, like, Frank Ocean can be that, but you're not going to just churn out songs, like, what I mean, and you're not going to be a pop star. You're not going to be, a huge star like that, but there is a lane for it. Just unfortunately, a lot of young artists right now aren't willing to take that time, or maybe just aren't that creative to be able to pull it off.
Because everyone sounds like everybody.
Yeah,
like even like I like Bryson Tiller. I like the whole don't.
But
thing,
they want to be Chris Brown.
Yeah, they do.
Like, you know what I mean? They want and I mean they go. The girls want to hear that, and they want to sing to the girls. You know what I mean? And I can't blame the guys, but it's like, when your music doesn't last in 10 years, or when your career is stalled out at that point, like you'll know why, because you didn't invest that time.
Well, everyone sounds the same.
Yeah,
everyone's, like you said, wants to sing and then they want to rap, and it's not like anyone's doing. Usually, one does one better than the other. Like I'll just bring Bryson Tiller up because he's the latest one. Bryson Tiller had a decent album, but it's like the rapping songs, like you clearly a better singer than you are a rapper.
And then with it, like, there's the music always becomes so dated. Like, everything right now kind of sounds the same. Like all the rap guys now, they're doing like all this singing with a lot of
we got a daggone thing where Panda is made by a dude
that sounds like another dude.
That sounds like another dude, to the point where the dude thinks he made the song. There's no way in my world that Future didn't listen to that Panda song. I'm like, man, when I release this,
right?
So I just feel like he did that, but. Yeah, man. So there are good artists out there. That's what we're saying. There is good music out there.
You gotta dig for it.
You gotta dig. And that's our job as a GamesMusicLyfe. Hopefully, we can bring up some of that. I know we review an album a week, but I was going to tour around the idea of doing other reviews during the week as well from albums that we don't do.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to want to do that as well. But yeah, man, I'm glad we got that to review, and definitely. So next week we're going to do Chance.
Yes.
I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm thinking that this album's gonna be pretty good.
I have high hopes for Coloring Book, man, because Acid Rap was amazing.
Acid Rap was very good.
It took me a long time to get around to it, but once I did, I was like, man, this guy's talented.
Yeah. It was in my suggestions, kind of like how I found Ty Dolla $ign. It was in my suggestions.
I actually listened to Acid Rap on your suggestion.
Really?
Once you told me it was real good, I was like, all right, I'll check it out. And I was like, yes, this is amazing.
Yeah, Acid Rap was good, man. He's a good artist, man. I love the fact he talks about positive things too.
Yeah.
And he had a project he did with I think it was a group effort he did with someone else. And he had a song. Okay,
yeah, Donnie Trumpet.
Yeah, Donnie Trumpet, exactly. And he was talking about like getting good grades and how it's cool to be smart. I'm like, man, I can appreciate this.
Yeah, but he didn't make it sound corny. You know what I mean?
Didn't.
That's what makes it dope.
He didn't. And that's the thing, man. Like when I was younger, it was cool to be smart.
Yeah.
It was cool to be the best dressed dude and also be smart. So I want that to definitely come back around, and hopefully with Chance. And another thing with Chance too, I don't think he even charged for the album, did he?
Nah,
it was a free album.
Yeah, it's a mixtape.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's dope.
Very.
Dope. So so we'll do that next week. We a little bit of housekeeping. We definitely want to talk about. GamesMusicLyfe is actually hosting a tournament.
Yes.
On let me just look up the details here so we can definitely tell everybody. So if you haven't done so, go to our GamesMusicLyfe Instagram page, and all the information will be on there. That we are going to actually have.
We got a little commercial up there, man.
Yep.
Shout out to Pixel, man.
Yep.
We appreciate it, man. It looks fantastic.
Absolutely, man. It looks awesome. But it's going to be Saturday, June 18th at 4 p.m. It's going to be at what's the name of the store?
Hey, man, you asking the wrong one.
I think it was okay. But we partnered up with a video game store, Video Game Exchange.
Yes.
Okay, on 1489 Schrock Road, and that's where it's going to be at. It's no entry fee. Doesn't cost any money. We're just gonna have some prizes to give away. You come meet us, meet the guys at the store. It's definitely a group of guys, a good group of guys. They do like Dungeons and Dragons and a lot of other things that maybe we don't do. But they definitely are for the culture, and they definitely are a good group of guys, and they're funny. So definitely, I couldn't be more surprised. And Pixel Design Group, of course, laid us out, and they'll be there. You'll definitely get to meet those guys. They're cool as a fan. But it's gonna be a Street Fighter tournament. We're probably mixing a little. Smash Brothers. We haven't really decided on what exactly the game's going to be, but probably it's going to be Street Fighter on the 360. I think is what we decide. What we're toying around with.
Yeah. But
nonetheless, it's going to be something you come out to. Your kids can meet some cool prizes. You meet 3 of the coolest dudes in Columbus, Ohio, and definitely have some fun, man. Do it for the culture.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now I'll tell you, man. Watching you play this Uncharted, man, it's got me interested.
I'm telling you.
So this is kind of a flashback.
Yeah, well, no, this is his brother's flashback of how he got out the Bing.
Oh, okay.
So, just do you want me to catch you up on it, or you rather just find out yourself?
I'll find out myself.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, while we got a couple more minutes, man, we said at the end of the last pod, man, we got to get a little of that Game of Thrones talk going. Man.
Yeah.
Woo!
Now, do we? No, I want to talk to you guys about this. And do we want to? All right. First, we'll just get into it now. All right. But then we're going to, yeah.
Listen. If you haven't watched it, then you can, thank you for watching Games Music Life. We will catch you next week. Because if you haven't seen it, like, that's your own fault. You had all week. It's Saturday.
Yeah.
The last episode came on last Sunday. If you didn't find time this week,
Yes.
I'm sorry for you, my man. But get on it. But, yeah, the boy is back.
Jon Snow.
The boy is back.
We knew he was coming back, but has he changed?
I don't think so. I think he might. I think he's gonna come back on some more vengeful. You know what I mean? He sees that being Donnie Do-Gooder ain't for him, or what I'm saying, ain't doing him no favors. Because I mean, when he gave Ollie that work,
Yeah.
I knew he wasn't. He wasn't playing no more
Ollie got
games.
that work,
Yes,
though.
I was very happy to see Ollie get that work, and
Yeah.
it's weird that a show will make you feel that way. You know what I'm saying about a kid,
Yeah.
but it was like, yes, Ollie deserved that work.
Yeah. Shit, we was happy when your man, what's my man's name?
Yeah, when Joffrey got that
Joffrey
work.
got it. Yeah, he was a kid,
we
too.
was cheering. Yes,
Yes, right.
Give Joffrey that work, boy. Yeah, get him out of here.
Well, Ollie was a G though, man. Ollie stood true and
Yeah, he
true and
did.
tall.
He did, man.
He had it with the smug,
Yeah, man.
But yeah, Ollie had to get that work, man. But
Side note, do y'all see this destructible environment?
yeah, I see
Yeah,
that.
I like that.
You better get that guy off that turret or you're done.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Oh, yeah.
he's out here giving you business, but yeah, man. And then I like that they're telling the backstory now of Rhaegar and
But I don't like the fact that they cut it short last week, man. Because I
Yeah.
think we would have saw who John's. Of course,
we'll get it this week.
We'll get it this week. We better.
But I think that they're trying to do it as the development of Bran. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They don't want to give Bran too much all at once.
Did you read the latest theory on Reddit though that the 3-Eye Raven is Bran?
Really?
Yeah, the latest theory is that the 3-Eye Raven actually is Bran, and
Was he coming back in time?
he came back in time. A lot of this is like a lot of the events that happened at on the show are because of Bran. Like Bran basically tricked it off.
Wow.
Like even to the point when Rhaegar seen his his girl, which we know now is gonna be his girl, because at first they said she was kidnapped, but they fell in love.
Yeah.
Was that Bran went back in time and basically told him to look up, and that's when he caught her eye.
Wow.
But that's the latest theory, and of course you know what Games of Thrones, and now the books are not as far as the show, so
yeah, so it's kind of veering
so
off. from the
so
story.
no one knows what the heck is going on. Whereas before you had the books to reference.
I think this is the actual script. George R.R. Martin gave this to them.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but before people could read the books and knew what was going to happen.
Right.
Whereas now they don't know, So, yeah, but there's
Reload
there's
real
tons
quick.
of stuff we talk about Game of Thrones, man. Like,
Yeah, man. The
What-
boy's back, man. Bran out here looking like a beast. I am interested to see how Cersei's gonna play it.
Who's gonna fight her though? Who's gonna fight her champion? Because she's still got to go through the fight. She has to go trial by combat. So we know who her
The
man's
Mountain
gonna
will be. Yeah,
The Mountain. Who is he gonna fight?
That's tough.
Jamie Lannister.
No, of course not. I'm gonna tell
She
you what
wouldn't let it
the
go.
rumor is though, which is in the books, and you could test this because you read the books. I don't know if you remember this, but the Hound isn't dead.
Yeah,
Nah.
he might be dead on the show though.
No, they saying that a priest saw. They said it on the
Hound laid
show.
out. Yeah,
Remember on the show, the
Yeah,
last
yeah,
episode,
yeah,
they
yeah.
said someone said they seen the Hound,
Yeah,
and the rumor has it that a priest actually found him when he was dying, because when Arya left him to die, a priest saw him and basically nursed him back to health, and that kind of like how on Martin, when Martin became Shaquille Sunflower. That's how the Hound was, and he basically, because they said the person saw the Hound's armor and the Hound's horse, but they saw a big dude just digging a ditch, and they didn't know who it was, or whatever, but they saw, and they kind of put two and two together, and they think that that's the Hound. So that's going to be who's going to fight
the Mountain.
the Mountain, because they're brothers.
Yeah,
So
and the Hound hated the Mountain.
how he hated him, hated his brother.
Yeah,
So that's the rumor. So that if that comes true, and then the whole thing with Jon
Frank
Snow,
and Gregor.
yeah, with John being the son, basically the Don.
Yeah,
I think that'll be the GOAT show for me, man.
Yeah.
Only thing that'll hurt it for me is like if Tyrion dies. If Tyrion dies, I might be off for the whole show.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. Everybody loves Tyrion, man.
What if
love
Ned
Tyrion.
Stark comes back?
Ned's
So,
not coming
Ned's
back, man?
coming
His
back.
head was on a stake. He's done.
But
Whoa.
the last episode though gave a lot to Ned though. Ned wasn't the honorable dude that we thought he was.
Nah.
He was though.
Yeah.
He was though.
He held. That's all.
even though they broke away from the book storyline in
But-
that.
But as far as remember when the flashback, Bran was like, "Man, my dad, this guy's a much better sword fighter than my dad."
Yeah.
And come to find out, his dad really didn't do what he said he did, which was that he killed him. But I was kind of think his dad was kind of pigeonholed, which is that he had to say that it happened that way because he'd have been crapping on his boy.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? So that was kind of dope.
Do you see this, Nadir?
This is amazing, dog. This is definitely amazing.
Yeah, this is.
I gotta think that this is kind of like a reenactment of when El Chapo got out. I think that's where they got this from. You know?
That's
Could
wild.
be.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, so we're at our limit, man. We've definitely come to our hour. We definitely thank everybody for rocking with us again, man. Games Music Life. Like I said, feel free to follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. This episode will always be up on iTunes later, and it'll actually be up on YouTube as well. But yeah, we're everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
Always, man. Check us out. We might be in the fridge.
Yeah, behind the bread.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I might be
Keep bread in
grabbing a
the
drink.
fridge?
Yeah, I do.
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
It's better when you make sandwiches to have cold bread. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, every week you give us a tip. I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't know.
Do it, man. Make a turkey and cheese sandwich and have that bread in the refrigerator for the day. Just like putting Sour Patch Kids in the freezer will take you to a different world.
Nah, man.
Nah,
Reese
that
cups
don't-
in the freezer, though.
Reese
man.
cups in the
That's
freezer.
true.
Of course.
Yeah,
Sour
I mean,
Patch
That's
Kids
the only
is-
way to do it.
Sour Patch Kids in the freezer, you haven't lived
No,
until
so
you try it.
your kids haven't grown to the point where you have to pay that dental bill yet. And once you do, you won't be putting no Sour Patch Kids in those.
Well, hey, who said they were for the kids?
That's true. And for myself, a crown.
Y'all remember the Kool-Aid and sugar in the freezer? And then you put it in a little sandwich bag?
Nah.
No, don't. No.
Man, you living a different kind of life.
Yeah, you,
Jack.
That's
you
that
with
life,
sugar water
man.
and stuff.
That's-
man.
Yeah. I mean, I had to serve
That's that
sandwiches
sugar
in my
walk,
day,
man.
but my
Yeah.
man, you went there.
He definitely went there. All right, man. Well, thanks for everybody for rocking with us again. We out. See everybody next week.
Peace.